Friday practice in Monaco has given us our first real indication of who could be fighting for pole position tomorrow. After crashes, red flags, reliability concerns and Ferrari topping both sessions, the picture heading into qualifying is starting to emerge. But before we get into the action, let's quickly explain what free practice actually is. Formula One teams use these sessions to understand tyre behaviour, test setup changes, evaluate fuel loads and build driver confidence. Importantly, free practice results do not count towards the championship under the 2026 regulations. But at Monaco, where qualifying is often more important than the race itself, these sessions can be incredibly revealing. Teams aren't just chasing lap times, they're trying to find confidence millimetre by millimetre between the barriers. And Monaco wasted absolutely no time reminding drivers how unforgiving it can be. Charles Leclerc locked up on one of his very first laps approaching the Fairmont hairpin. This might not sound dramatic, but is a perfect example of how difficult Monaco is when grip levels are still developing. The racing bulls also appeared to struggle with steering and front-end confidence throughout the session. Traffic became another talking point, with Esteban Ocon and Ollie Bearman involved in conflict as drivers searched for clean laps. Then came the first major interruption, with Isaac Hadjar crashing and bringing out a red flag. Max Verstappen reported issues with his car, Liam Lawson brushed the barriers, and later Fernando Alonso hit the wall, causing another red flag near the end of the session. Despite all the chaos, Ferrari emerged fastest. Leclerc topped the session ahead of Lewis Hamilton, with Verstappen completing the top three. FP2 then went on to reveal another fascinating trend. The final section of the swimming pool complex caused problems for almost everybody. Drivers repeatedly struggled to position the car through the rapid direction changes, showing just how close to the limit they already are. Lando Norris' session ended early after stopping in the runoff area. Franco Colapinto also made contact with the barrier, but once again Ferrari looked comfortable. When the fastest laps arrived, it was Lewis Hamilton who finished quickest, ahead of Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. As teams prepared for their final qualifying simulations, another red flag arrived. Sergio Perez's Cadillac caught on fire, bringing the session to an early finish. And in Monaco, losing even a handful of laps can be hugely significant. Confidence here is everything. So what do Friday's results actually tell us? Firstly, Ferrari looked like the team to beat. They topped both sessions, with Leclerc fastest in FP1 and Hamilton fastest in FP2. Secondly, Verstappen remains very much in the fight. Despite reporting issues earlier in the day, Red Bull's pace still looks competitive. But perhaps the biggest surprise is how Mercedes have dropped behind the frontrunners. However, everything is still to play for during qualifying tomorrow. So what can we expect from qualifying? Based on today's pace, Ferrari enters Saturday as firm favourites. The car looks stable, predictable and particularly strong through Monaco's slow corners. But Monaco evolves faster than almost any circuit on the calendar. Track grip will improve, temperatures will change and every team will find more performance overnight. Ferrari may have the advantage right now, but with Verstappen and both Mercedes drivers lurking just behind, qualifying could easily become a three-team fight for pole. And at Monaco, pole position in qualifying isn't just important, it is often half the victory. Today's practice sessions gave us lockups, crashes, red flags, reliability drama and an incredibly tight pace picture. Now, it's time for qualifying, and around Monaco that is usually where the biggest story of the weekend is written. Join me over the next few days for all the coverage.